Well, welcome everybody. I appreciate your attendance in this year's 2025 award ceremony for the Calhoun County Consolidated Dispatch Authority. This is always one of our favorite events throughout the year to be able to honor and recognize the great work that is done by our telecommunicators and first responders every day in our communities. 2024, just like many years in the 911 industry, it's our call volume continues to remain steady. Very busy center here at Calhoun County, and even though we're going to see a glimpse of the great work that's done every day, there are so many other stories that we could not just tell because it happens every day. Every day I walk on the floor and I'm hearing first, pre-arrival instructions, CPR instructions, and one of the things that we've been trying to do over the last couple of years with the award ceremony is also bring that connection for the dispatcher on the resolution of a call. In the 911 center, many times you take that call and you move on to the next and you don't have that closure. You don't know what was the outcome of that call. So we've worked really closely also with medical control to be able to see that picture and be able to hopefully close some of those gaps that cause a lot of stress and strain on our dispatchers, to be able to bring that closure and also to meet the lives impacted, right? We hear on the phone voices and constantly, helping people through that phone, but to be able to see the face and be able to see whose life that you impacted is always, I think, a very special thing. And I'm looking forward to a couple of those opportunities today as well. A couple things from this last year. I mentioned our call volume. Last year in 2024, our telecommunicators answered almost 193,000 calls. Over 100,000 of those were 911 calls. And of that, 87% of those 911 calls are now wireless, which has been a huge shift over the last 20 years and has brought significant challenges along the way, but we'll talk about how that technology has evolved as well, especially over the last 5 to 10 years. And then administratively took about 93,000 calls on non-emergency lines. I do want to take a moment to recognize all the hard work, the long hours, especially over the last 6 months for our telecommunicators. It has been a very challenging period. We see across the state, challenges with hiring and recruitment, but also, locally within our 911 center, there's been a set of circumstances of medical leave and things that have caused a lot of overtime. And I just want to take a moment to thank all of our telecommunicators for their dedication in working those long hours. I know it's been a lot, and I'm excited that we have a couple trainees that will be going live here in the next couple days and more in the training process coming up. So with that, we do have some dignitaries that would like to provide some comments before we get started with the actual awards. So with that, I will start with Ms. Anna Kuhl from the Governor's Office.
It is an honor to be here on behalf of Governor Whitmer to celebrate Calhoun County Consolidated Dispatch Authority's annual awards, National Public Safety Communications Week, and to commemorate the invaluable services public safety workers provide for communities. During a crisis, 911 centers serve as the primary point for dispatching critical services such as fire and EMS responses. Telecommunicators coordinate alerts, pre-arrival instructions for frontline responders, and any other needs at the scene of an incident. Your collaboration in moments of panic and fear provide a steady presence and strength for those in need. As you celebrate the saves and grieve the losses, our office is so grateful for your compassion, resilience, and willingness to carry the weight of every call. Your dedicated service is essential and your impact is lasting. Our gratitude extends well beyond these 7 days. Thank you.
And next, I'd like to welcome up Commissioner Dan Stobridge from our governing board.
Thank you, Michael. I asked to speak tonight because tonight we're not only honoring dispatchers for what you do tonight, we're honoring your dispatchers for what you do every day and night, 365 days a year. I'm a county commissioner, but for 41 years I've also been a police officer and a firefighter. So I'm on the other end of the spectrum. I'm the guy yelling for dispatch for something. okay? And I appreciate what you do and honor what you do. And I think about the 80-year-old woman who woke up one morning, has never called government for anything in her life, and all of a sudden she can't breathe. She lost her husband 10 years ago. She lives by herself. She's scared. She needs your compassion, which you give. On the other hand, you've got the person who is wildly crazy on the phone, and you have to take a different tact. You have to be stern, and you have to take control of the situation. So the quality and the differences of your personality that you have to bring to every single phone call that you answer, and every different personality that you listen to on the radio is phenomenal. And like I said, I'm not only a county commissioner, I'm also a first responder. And I do appreciate and honor your service to the public and for what you do every day. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner. And we also have Rachel Warner from Representative Frisbee's office.
Hi, everyone. I have a tribute from the state of Michigan and to the Calhoun County Consolidated Dispatch Authority. Let it be known as we celebrate National Public Safety Telecommunicator Week, we honor the dedicated men and women who serve as the unacknowledged heroes behind the scenes 9/11 telecommunicators. Each day, they answer the call during moments of crisis, providing calm, compassion, and vital assistance to those in need. Their work requires not only technical expertise, but unwavering commitment to the safety and well-being of their community. During an emergency, the safety of our police officers and firefighters relies heavily on the quality and accuracy of the information provided by citizens who contact the Calhoun County Consolidated Dispatch Authority. Public safety telecommunicators serve as the first and most crucial point of contact between the public and emergency services. They act as the vital link for police officers and firefighters, monitoring their activities via radio and providing them with essential information and ensuring their safety throughout their response efforts. In 2024, the Public Safety Telecommunicators of Calhoun County Consolidated Dispatch Authority played a key role in supporting public safety. They answered 185,244 phone calls. They dispatched 172,822 calls for service and responded to 1,382 text to 911 sessions. Their contributions have been instrumental in the apprehension of criminals, suppression of fires, and treatment of patients, highlighting the invaluable support they provide to both emergency responders and our community. Throughout the past year, each public safety telecommunicator has consistently demonstrated exceptional compassion, understanding, and professionalism in their daily responsibilities. Whether responding to emergency calls, providing life-saving instructions, or offering a comforting voice during moments of crisis, they have shown unwavering dedication to the safety and well-being of our community. In special tribute, therefore, this document is signed and dedicated to honor the Calhoun County Consolidated Dispatch Authority. Thank you for your invaluable service and keeping our city and citizens safe. And this tribute is signed by Representative Steve Frisbee, Representative Sarah Leitner, and Senator Thomas Albert, and Senator Jonathan Lindsay. Thank you.
Next, I would like to invite up Rebecca Sharstein from Rapid SOS, who is a Senior Vice President. I mentioned a little bit earlier about the technology and how things have changed going from a landline environment to almost 87% of our calls now being wireless. And the big key for many years since wireless became a thing in the industry has been, how do you find people that call 911? And it started out that we only knew what side of a cell phone tower that the call hit off of. So that's a multi-mile, square mile area where that caller could be. Over time, Rapid SOS came into the picture and started providing data directly from the phone instead of through the carrier. So we're getting it directly from your Android or iPhone device, opposed to the information provided by the cell phone tower. And that's been huge, because leading up to this point, the question has always been, how come you can get on an app and order pizza and they know where to deliver it, but if you call 911, they didn't know where you were. So that took the same technology that's being used by those apps to be able to locate you and transferred it to the 911 center so that we can locate you in a time of emergency. And I will add one thing that over the last year when we've interviewed candidates and talked about technology or had follow-up interviews with our staff, the number one technology game changer has always been Rapid SOS. That is always the answer when we ask what technology has most positively impacted the 911 system here in Calhoun County. So I am delighted to have a representative from Rapid SOS here, and another piece that they are doing is tying in data from other sensors such as crash detection, so that now if we get an alarm, if we get that information, it's not just a phone call, but there's the data now that goes along with it, which is very invaluable. So hopefully I didn't take too much of your material, but please welcome Rebecca.
You didn't take my material at all because I'm here to celebrate you guys, not so much talk about Rapid SOS, but I'm honored and humbled to be here. So thank you for inviting us. National Public Safety Telecommunicators Week is a really special moment every year, but let's not fool ourselves. This is 1 week of the year to honor the people who really show up 365 days of the year. And the truth is, the dedication doesn't stop at the end of these 7 days. As we heard earlier, it continues throughout the year. This week just simply gives us an opportunity to share with the rest of the world the incredible work that all telecommunicators and dispatchers do, and have them be able to catch up and take a moment to recognize that incredible work. Tonight, we're celebrating remarkable stories made possible by quick actions of dispatchers, and in some instances, those actions were supported by technology like crash detection or Rapid SOS. But let's be very clear that technology is only one piece of the story. It was your instinct, your speed, your decision-making that turned that signal into a second chance for someone's life. You did that, and you do that every day. Not every call ends in an applause, and not every life saved gets a ceremony, but that doesn't mean that those moments mean less. They just mean they were carried by you quietly and without fanfare. At Rapid SOS, we are incredibly proud and humbled to support you, to stand by you, and we thank you for the work you do, the lives you save, and the heart that you bring to it all. And we heard the word compassion so many times as well this evening. This week is for you, but the impact is every day. We see you and we thank you.
For those of you who don't know me, I'm Deputy Director Robert Stalen, and before we pay tribute to the next award, I would like to invite telecommunicator Sam Troyer, Marshall Area EMS Director Nick Smith, Paramedic Hunter Johnson, EMT Paramedic Emma Sheldon, Chief Damon from Fredonia, and Captain Washburn from Fredonia. And I would also like to invite our award recipient, Emily, and Mom and Dad. And Emily, is your sister with you today? Come on up. Is it Caitlin? Yes. Come on up, Caitlin. And Mr. Armitage has some words to share before we give you a certificate.
So first off, it's an honor to have you here. I appreciate you coming to make this connection with Sam and to highlight really a story of where the system worked. You know, we speak a lot in the industry with the fire chiefs meeting, medical control about the whole system, meaning from the 911 call all the way through the care at the hospital and beyond. And it's always rewarding and exciting to see when the system works. And a big piece that there are so many pieces that have to come together just right. And to see that that happened is always, it's always rewarding, and I appreciate, like I said, the closure and the being able to share the story with the first responders and with our Sam Troyer, the telecommunicator, because a lot of times, as I mentioned before, we don't get to hear that side of the story. So on a wintry, snowy Friday evening on January 10th of this year, at about 7:29 p.m., Calhoun County 911 telecommunicator Sam Troyer answered what initially seemed to be a routine call. It was generated by an automatic crash notification, a feature designed to alert emergency services when a severe crash is detected by an iPhone. 17-year-old Emily Hurst, daughter of Jennifer and Joe, was involved in a devastating vehicle collision. Her iPhone, equipped with the crash detection, automatically contacted 911 after sensing the impact. Telecommunicator Troyer answered the line to hear an automated message from the iPhone's crash detection. But it wasn't just the automated voice that made the call different. Over the background, Samantha could also hear something very unsettling, which is a strained, irregular breathing from Emily. She wasn't responding and had suffered a severe head injury during the crash. At that moment, it didn't take the trained dispatcher long to know that something was terribly wrong. While there are many levels of response and a remarkable chain of caregivers who played a vital role in Emily's survival and recovery, the iPhone technology was the first link that let us know that there was an accident. That single notification set into motion the first of many things that went right for Emily and her family that day. One of the first people on the scene was the family friend Jacob Washburn, a first responder with Fredonia Fire. The Hurst family also extends deep gratitude to Hunter Johnson and Emma Sheldon from the Marshall Area Firefighters Ambulance Authority. Because of the swift response, Emily had already been transported to the hospital by the time that her boyfriend, Dimitri, came to the crash scene and recognized the vehicle. At that point, however, the family still had no concrete information. Jennifer called the hospital, but nobody could provide reassurance. When the family arrived, they were placed in a private room, isolated, anxious, and without answers. Jennifer recalls feeling like a zombie, being overcome with fear and uncertainty. But eventually they were allowed to see Emily. For her mother, that was a very surreal experience. Soon after, they learned that she would be transferred to Bronson Hospital for more specialized trauma care. Jennifer, at the time, was later thanked by a nurse for being calm, which seemed strange at the time, but made a lot of sense later. Medical staff later shared that they did not believe that Emily would survive. She suffered a skull fracture and other fractures and was in a coma for 10 days. But against all odds, she pulled through. After extensive rehabilitation at Mary Free Bed, Emily was able to return home to her family and friends by late February. The events of that night continue to replay in Jennifer and Joe's minds, and sometimes it feels more like a dream than a memory. But they remain very deeply grateful and credit her survival to a combination of factors, from the iPhone's immediate crash alert to the rapid dispatch by 911, the rapid response of first responders, EMTs, ER staff, and the long-term care facility. The Hurst family also understands firsthand the importance of closure for everybody involved in this life-saving event. That is why they're actively sharing their story, becoming advocates and ambassadors for all heroes who stood between her daughter and tragedy. And it all began with that single 911 call. Tonight, we are honored to recognize and celebrate Emily Hurst, whose strength, resilience, and story reminds us all the power of technology, teamwork, and hope. At this time, we'd like to present Emily with an award in recognition of her journey and in tribute to everyone who helped bring her home.
What an incredible story. On behalf of Calhoun County 911, and all of the responders, thank you guys for being here. We don't get closure very often. These folks work hard and they answer hundreds of thousands of calls a year. And to see somebody go home and be with their family, that's amazing. Thank you guys. And thank you for the responders to be here as well. Emily, we're presenting the Determination and Resilience Award to you in honor of your extraordinary strength, courage, and unwavering determination in the face of unimaginable adversity following the devastating vehicle crash. Your tenacity, resilience, and your will to heal have been nothing short of inspiring. Your journey towards recovery is a powerful reminder of the human spirit's ability to endure, overcome, and rise. We recognize you not only for your bravery, but for your hope and light you bring to others, especially in the darkest of times. In addition, I would like to present the first responders, including our telecommunicators, because they are the first responder, with the Teamwork in Crisis Award in recognition of your swift, skilled, and compassionate response to a severe motor vehicle crash involving a local teen. Your actions on January 10th, 2025 exemplified the highest standards of emergency medical care. Your team's rapid coordination, professionalism under pressure, and dedication to preserving life made a profound difference in a moment of crisis. On behalf of Calhoun County Consolidated Dispatch Authority and the community we serve, we thank you for your outstanding service and unwavering commitment to saving lives. Thank you.
So real quick, this story has, we could spend all day talking about how many connections there are with this story, not only in the phone call and how the system worked, but the first responders that ended up being on the scene first. One of those interesting things, we wouldn't even have probably made this connection if it wasn't for going in to get my blood pressure checked. And I won't embarrass anybody, but that's how I first learned about this story. And as soon as I heard about it, I knew the call immediately. I knew, I'd read about it. I was familiar right away with what that call was. And that's just another piece of this whole story that's just, there's just so many pieces to it that it's remarkable. And I'm really excited to hear, I heard that you threw out the first pitch today. And so we're so proud of you. So, thank you.
So Emily is an avid softball player, so for her to go out and throw that first pitch today was bittersweet. But I heard that was a strike. It's the first thing she said to me when I met her, so thank you guys, appreciate it. Next, we will have telecommunicator Amber Wheaton. Amber is one of, again, many folks that answer calls every day. This call, I think, can touch a lot of us when we really think about it. And I've asked Amber to come up here and co-present a Citizen Award. And so now I would like to invite Elaine Luca, front and center, where she doesn't necessarily want to be, but again, we appreciate you coming in and being a part of this ceremony with us. And this is just an example of how important the zero responder is, the citizen that's calling us and sharing information so we can make a positive change in somebody's life. So today we're honored to recognize a remarkable individual whose courage, compassion, and quick action made an incredible difference in the life and safety of another human being. It is with great pride that we present this Citizen Hero Award to Elaine Luca, a manager at a local hotel, for her outstanding bravery and vigilance in the face of something very real and dangerous. In the moment that could have easily been overlooked or dismissed, Elaine saw something that didn't sit right, Something sparked a concern, and something called for action. Instead of turning away, she leaned in. Instead of ignoring the signs, she trusted her instincts, and because of that, not only one, but 2 young women were protected from what we later learned was a suspected human trafficking. These are unthinkable situations, often where victims are targeted, deceived, and trapped in the world of fear. Victims are held against their will, where safety and well-being is a constant danger involving manipulation, coercion, and threats that no one should ever endure. Elaine's swift action to notify Calhoun County 911, where the team then facilitated a multi-agency response by authorities, providing safety to victims and an apprehension of a suspect. This reflects the bravery and moral responsibility that are both deep and rare, but also inspiring. So, Citizens Action Award for Elaine Luca. In recognition of your courageous action and vigilance in responding to a suspected human trafficking incident, leading to the protection of vulnerable individuals and the pursuit of justice, your willingness to speak up exemplifies the profound impact one person can have making our community safer. Your actions reflect the very best of civic responsibility and human compassion. Congratulations and thank you. By the way, this is the first time the telecommunicator, Sam, and the caller, Elaine, met each other. Amber, what did I say?
Sam.
Sorry, Amber.
We have 10 Sams. It's
We
okay.
do, and one Amber right now. But anyway, this is the first time Amber and Elaine have met. 99.9% of the time, our dispatch staff never meets the person that's calling. It's kind of unique. So thank you.
Hi, I'm Supervisor Pace. I am the day shift B supervisor, and I'm here to present the Customer Service Award for 2024, which exemplifies Calhoun County Consolidated Dispatch Authority's mission statement, meets the emotional needs of callers through tone, empathy, and compassion while effectively maintaining officer safety. It is proactive in answering calls in a timely manner, and knowledgeable in references, policies, procedures, and ensures the best possible customer service experience. That's gonna go to Erica Nageldinger.
Good evening. I am Supervisor Kidder. I am here to present the Distinguished Character Award for 2024 to Amber Wheaton. This award embodies a high moral code when interacting with coworkers, public safety agencies, and callers. They lead by example, holding themselves to a high standard both personally and professionally, and they influence the behavior of others. But they also facilitate a positive work environment here at the center by encouraging coworkers, speaking positively, and mentoring new employees. Amber?
Hi, you guys all just met me. I'm Supervisor Pace. I'm here to present the Above and Beyond Dispatcher of 2024. Continuously volunteers, helps within the center on various committees and tasks, and is invested in the mission and the vision of Calhoun County Consolidated Dispatch Authority. It exemplifies being a positive role model within the center by a distinguished level of work and interactions with their coworkers. This year, it goes to Helen Year.
I'm Supervisor Helen Yor, and I also oversee our Public Education and Relations Committee, and it is a amazing part of our center how we have these dedicated telecommunicators, supervisors, other personnel, admin on our team that go out and educate the community on the work that we do. And without my team behind me, I wouldn't be able to do it. So I greatly appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for always stepping up. When I send out that call, you're always there and packing bags, showing up to classrooms, showing up to events. I couldn't do it without you, so thank you. Thank you.
In our industry, obviously, 24/7, doesn't matter, holidays, we have to be open to take those calls and help the residents and our responders. So obviously, it's a very demanding job away from family and friends at many times, especially when you want to be with them most. So it's a very remarkable feat to be able to maintain perfect attendance throughout this year. And this year we had 4 employees that did so, and I believe they are all either working or not present today. So we'll mark that against them for next year's perfect attendance. No, just kidding. But we want to recognize and honor Kelsey Gentry, Christy Kubaziak, Erica Nageldinger, and Adam Vanderloon for their perfect attendance in 2024.
My name is Erin Albert. I have the privilege of overseeing the training program here at Calhoun County 911. And tonight I'm honored to highlight the vital role of our communication training officers at Calhoun County 911. These dedicated professionals are the backbone of emergency response, ensuring that our dispatchers are well trained and prepared to handle the pressures of real life emergencies. CTOs provide essential guidance and mentorship to new employees, equipping them with the skills necessary to communicate effectively under stress. And by fostering a culture of effective communication, they enhance teamwork not only within the dispatch center, but also with first responders in the field. Communication training officers are essential in shaping the future of dispatchers and by extension, the safety of our community. We owe them our gratitude for their unwavering dedication to training and excellence. Thank you.
Thank you.
I would like to introduce our next presenter, Reagan Lucas. Reagan is our operations manager. She's going to speak to the team award. Ironically, Reagan is new to our team, so I wanted to give her a proper introduction.
Thank you, Robert. Good evening, everyone. For those of you I haven't met, as Robert stated, I'm Reagan Lucas, the new operations manager. I just want to start off by thanking everyone who's here tonight to support the team. It's wonderful to see so many of you in attendance. This week is incredibly important to all of us as it really highlights the critical role that our team plays in the public safety industry. So thank you all for being here. Before we get started on the team award, if I can invite the following up to join me for those who are here. Abigail Kidder, Samantha Berry, Chris Robinson, Christina Kabaziak, Sarah Zabalski, Amber Wheaton, Sam Troyer, and Alyssa Stanfield. So it's my honor tonight to recognize a group of telecommunicators who demonstrated exactly what makes this profession so critical: clear thinking, fast action, and true teamwork under pressure. On July 13th of last year, this team received a call at 19:25 hours from a 13-year-old boy reporting that his family had flipped their kayaks and were in the river, struggling to hang onto a branch while being pushed by a strong current. There were no life jackets and no one in the group knew how to swim. To make things even more challenging, they weren't sure of their exact location. With very little to go on, this team immediately got to work. They asked thoughtful, creative questions and coordinated with responders using sirens and emergency lights to help narrow down what side of the river the family was on. That information, combined with tools like Phase 2 location data and Rapid SOS, helped pinpoint the family's exact location along the river. Multiple agencies responded, and dispatchers managed communications across several talk groups. By 19:37 hours, all 5 family members had made it out of the water safely. One 11-year-old girl had a minor leg laceration, but otherwise everyone was okay. Responders arrived with the boat, launching shortly after to support the operation. Once on the water, they were informed that all parties were out of the river and safe. As they were heading back after being disregarded from the scene, their boat unexpectedly capsized. Fortunately, all responders made it out of the water safely and uninjured. Once again, this team maintained clear communication and control even as the situation evolved, ultimately moving traffic to another talk group to support the recovery efforts for the responders' boat. The boat was later located using a drone equipped with infrared and was towed upstream against the current to a nearby launch site. The incident officially concluded at 23:23 hours. From start to finish, there was a 3-hour and 58-minute operation that required calm leadership, quick thinking, and seamless coordination. Thanks to this team's efforts, all family members and all responders made it home safe that night. This incident is a powerful example of what can be accomplished when dedicated professionals come together with their highest priority in mind, protecting and saving lives, even while balancing countless other responsibilities. It's my privilege to present this year's team award to a group whose performance reflects the very best of what we do. Please join me in congratulating them.
It is an honor to stand here today and recognize someone who exemplifies excellence, dedication, and heart in every aspect of her work. Helen began her 911 career in November of 2013, and it was clear from the beginning she was destined to make a lasting impact. In February of 2019, she was promoted to supervisor, a role that she stepped into with grace, strength, and unwavering commitment. Helen exemplifies servant leadership, not just because of her title, but because how she shows up to work every day. She is an incredible support system for her staff and is always quick to provide encouragement and provide reinforcing and positive work environment. Many are familiar with her signature high fives in our Power Ready system and positive reinforcement entries. Small gestures that make a big difference in the morale of her team. But her contributions don't stop there. In 2024, Helen answered the most emergency calls in the center, a testament to her tireless work ethic and dedication to serving the people of Calhoun County. She conducts timely and effective training reviews for her staff, going through the on-the-job training, and ensuring that our next generation of telecommunicators are well-equipped, confident, and prepared. Beyond her operational responsibility, Helen plays a vital role in the public face of our agency. Each year, she helps facilitate dozens of public relations events. It goes above and beyond to strengthen the community relationships and raise awareness about the critical work that is done in 911. And most recently, Helen was interviewed by Rapid SOS after using their technology to protect a citizen and assist in the apprehension of a suspect. A powerful reminder of real-world impact that her skills and quick thinking have even under pressure. Helen, your commitment to excellence, your compassion for your team, and your service to this community do not go unnoticed. You are a leader, a mentor, a role model, and today we are proud to recognize you as the Employee of the Year. So that concludes our program for this evening. I do again want to thank you for being here to support our telecommunicators and for the telecommunicators here and across our center, across the country. Thank you for the work that you do every day to save lives and make a difference in our communities. Thank you.